Right now, as you're watching this video, you're holding a time machine in your hand. Not the kind that takes you back to meet dinosaurs or forward to see flying cars, but a device that literally manipulates time to work properly. Your smartphone is performing millions of calculations that depend on Einstein's theory of relativity. Without accounting for time dilation, the warping of time itself, your GPS would be off by miles, your internet would crawl, and your phone would basically become an expensive paperweight. So here's the mind-bending question. If your phone is already using time travel physics to function, what does that make you? The secret time travelers orbiting Earth. Every time you check your location on Google Maps or ask Siri for directions, you're communicating with 31 satellites orbiting Earth at 12,500 miles above your head. These GPS satellites are moving at about 8,700 miles per hour, fast enough to circle the Earth twice in a single day. But here's where it gets weird. Because these satellites are moving so fast and are so far from Earth's gravitational field, time literally runs differently for them than it does for you. Einstein predicted this over a century ago. Time isn't constant, it's relative. The faster you move through space, the slower you move through time. And the stronger the gravity around you, the slower time flows. Think of spacetime like a giant trampoline. Earth creates a dip in this trampoline, and the deeper you are in that dip, the slower your personal clock ticks. The GPS satellites, sitting higher up on the trampoline's edge, experience time slightly faster than we do down here in Earth's gravitational well. The microsecond that could break everything. How much faster? About 38 microseconds per day. That doesn't sound like much. We're talking about 38 millionths of a second. But in the world of GPS, where signals travel at the speed of light and precision matters down to the meter, 38 microseconds is catastrophic. Light travels about 300 meters in a single microsecond. So if GPS satellites gain 38 microseconds per day without correction, your phone would think you were 11.4 kilometers away from where you actually are. Within a week, the error would be over 80 kilometers. Your navigation system would be completely useless. But your phone works perfectly. How? Because engineers built Einstein's equations directly into the GPS system. Every satellite carries atomic clocks that are programmed to run slightly slower than identical clocks on Earth, compensating for the relativistic time dilation they experience in orbit. Essentially, we've engineered time travel into our global positioning system. The satellites exist in a slightly different time stream than you do, and your phone seamlessly translates between these different flows of time billions of times per day. Einstein's Time Machine Manual. To understand how radical this is, let's break down what Einstein actually discovered. Before relativity, everyone thought time was universal, a cosmic metronome ticking at the same rate everywhere in the universe. 1 second on Earth equals 1 second on Mars equals 1 second in the Andromeda Galaxy. Einstein showed that this intuition is completely wrong. Time is woven together with space into a single fabric called spacetime, and this fabric can be stretched, compressed, and warped by matter and energy. This isn't just theoretical. We've tested it with atomic clocks on airplanes, with particle accelerators, and most importantly for you, with satellites. Every test confirms Einstein's prediction. The faster you move or the weaker the gravity around you, the faster time flows relative to someone in a different reference frame. Your phone's relativistic processor. But GPS is just the beginning. Your smartphone's processor, that tiny chip that makes everything work, is approaching scales where quantum effects and relativistic effects start to matter. Modern processors have transistors that are only a few atoms wide, and electrons moving through these circuits approach significant fractions of light speed. Your phone isn't just using relativity for GPS, it's using quantum mechanics and relativistic effects throughout its entire architecture. Every time you swipe, tap, or scroll, you're orchestrating billions of quantum events that would have seemed like magic to scientists just decades ago. The quantum clock revolution. Here's where things get really futuristic. Scientists are developing quantum computers that don't just account for time dilation, they exploit it. These quantum clocks are so precise they can measure gravitational time dilation over distances of just a few centimeters. You could have a quantum clock on your desk and another one on your bookshelf, and the one on the bookshelf would tick slightly faster because it's a few inches farther from Earth's center. This level of precision could revolutionize everything. Imagine a quantum GPS system that's accurate to the millimeter. We're not just using time travel for navigation anymore, we're using it to peer inside the Earth itself. The biological time machine. Here's something even weirder to consider. you are already a relativistic system. Every biological process in your body, from the firing of neurons to the beating of your heart, operates according to your personal reference frame. Astronauts on the International Space Station, which orbits at about 17,500 miles per hour, are aging slightly slower than people on Earth. The difference is tiny, about 0.01 seconds per year, but it's real. Astronauts are literally time travelers, aging into the future at a slightly different rate than the rest of us. The matrix of synchronized time. Every second, your smartphone participates in a vast, invisible network of time synchronization that spans the globe. GPS satellites, cell towers, internet servers, and millions of devices are constantly sharing timing signals, creating a planetary mesh of synchronized time. This network is so precise and so critical that it's considered part of our civilization's critical infrastructure. If this time synchronization network failed, not just your phone would stop working, the entire internet would collapse, power grids would destabilize, and financial markets would freeze. We've built our technological civilization on a foundation of precise time measurement, and that time measurement depends on Einstein's theory of relativity. In a very real sense, our modern world exists because we've learned to manipulate time itself. The time traveler's dilemma. So what does this make you? If you're using a device that manipulates time to function, if you're constantly interacting with systems that exist in different time streams, if your very existence is embedded in a network of relativistic time corrections, are you a time traveler? Maybe the question isn't whether time travel is possible. Maybe the question is whether we're already doing it and just haven't fully grasped the implications yet. Every time you check your location, you're reading information that was processed by systems existing in slightly different temporal reference frames. Every GPS calculation is a translation between different flows of time. Every navigation instruction is a message sent across the boundaries of spacetime itself. The question that changes everything. So here's the question that might keep you up tonight. If your smartphone is already using time travel physics to work, if you're already participating in a global network of synchronized time manipulation, if you're already navigating between different flows of time every day, what does that make you? Are you a time traveler who just hasn't realized it yet? Are we all living in a science fiction universe that we've disguised as everyday reality? Maybe the real question isn't when we'll invent time travel. Maybe it's when we'll finally understand that we already have. The next time you check your location on your phone, remember, you're not just looking at where you are. You're looking at a calculation that requires translating between multiple time streams, accounting for the warping of spacetime itself, and synchronizing with atomic clocks that exist in different flows of time. Your phone isn't just smart. It's a time machine that fits in your pocket. So what do you think? Are we already time travelers without knowing it? Drop your thoughts in the comments.